So here's what you missed last week. Quinn's pregnant and Puck's the father, but Quinn's decided to give the baby to Terry, who's not pregnant, just pretending to be. It was her sister Kenra's idea.
We're gonna have to get you a baby.
Also, Ken proposed to Emma, and she said
Yes.
Oh, and Sue got Figgins to make her co-director of the Glee Club.
Hey, kids.
And that's what you missed. How did this happen? I look like a crazy person. That's not me. Wow. I didn't know the vein on my neck could stick out like that. We've been going at it for a week, ever since the Deacon Justin incident with Figgins brought Sue in to co-run the Glee Club. I'm so ashamed of myself. She's turned me into her.
Look at me. Even in the heat of battle, I'm so elegant, regal. I am Ajax, mighty Greek warrior. God, it feels good to finally pop that zit known as Will Schuster.
Shut up, Sue. Look at us. We're even fighting in our voiceovers. I guess things really started to fall apart a couple of days ago, right after Figgins called us into his office for a sit-down.
So, Sue, I called you here to get the temperature of the Glee Club.
Great.
I wanted to get a progress report on how you're working together as co-directors.
Well, I think it would...
No, go ahead.
No, you.
Okay.
Please.
Principal Figgins, things couldn't be going more smoothly.
I couldn't agree more.
I don't want to hear any reports of either of you trying to curry favor from the children. Am I clear?
Absolutely. As we head into sectionals, I want to get some feedback. Like, what kind of stuff you guys would like to be doing? Is there anything, any music in particular that you guys want to do?
Could we maybe try something a little more black?
I agree. We do an awful lot of show tunes.
It's Glee Club, not Crunk Club. Don't make me take you to the carpet.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mercedes, Kurt. Duly noted. Anything else?
I can pop and lock.
Not really what we're going for, Mike, but noted. Noted, yes.
And no pitting the kids against one another.
Never. I want to pit these kids against one another. Am I clear? Quinn, update, go.
The minority students don't feel like they're being heard.
Cheek of the armor, huh? I am going to create an environment that is so toxic. No one will want to be a part of that club. Like the time I sold my house to a nice young couple, and I salted the earth in the backyard so that nothing living could grow there for 100 years. You know why I did that? Because they tried to get me to pay their closing costs.
Sectionals is coming up. What are your co-director plans?
Oh, we're each gonna direct our own number.
And we'll be flipping a coin to see who goes first. It'll be very civilized, very sportsmanlike.
Yes.
So.
This arrangement is pleasing to all.
Isn't it?
That's great.
Now, let's hug it out.
I'd rather not do that.
I really don't see that happening.
This meeting doesn't end until I see your bodies touching. It's a technique I learned last week at my leadership seminar.
destroy you.
I'm about to vomit down your back.
It's hot.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Relax. At your age, there's very little chance of anything being wrong.
Awesome.
It is gonna be a little cool to the touch.
Can you just be careful with my uniform?
Alright. Speaking of your ages, have you two given any thought to what you're gonna do after the baby is born?
Whatever Quinn wants is fine.
Well, if it makes a difference, it's a girl. Hey.
Baby's fine. No mutations or anything. Not even any cool ones. Thanks for taking us today. Was too freaked out to drive.
Yeah, no problem. Hey. You doing alright?
No. I mean, how am I supposed to take care of a real person? My mom won't even let me have fish.
I thought Quinn wanted to give the baby up for adoption.
For now, but we both know that's not my call. This sucks. Get all the stress and worry and none of the control. It's cool, Mr. Shu. You wouldn't understand.
The independent polling company in my doctors has determined you're the hottest girl in this school.
Ew.
Have you been reading my blog?
Of course not. You're a gossip monger, and your blog is nothing but trash and lies, many of them about me.
Well, you'll be happy to know the one I'm working on right now has nothing to do with you or your rumored lust for a Jufros. It's about Quinn Fabray. Word on the street is that she's in trouble.
Where did you hear that?
Are you denying it?
Yes.
Because the same birdie told me you're heartbroken Finn Hudson didn't choose you to carry his litter.
What is it going to take for you to not run the story?
Lady's choice.
Heads.
Trickster. This is you, Sylvester. You got any of those double-headed coins?
Heads.
Awesome. All right. Following students have been selected for a special elite Glee club called Sue's Kids.
Hold on. We agreed not to split up the group.
Oh, come on, Will. Give me a chance to do things Sue Sylvester's way. Maybe with my proven leadership abilities, I can help this pathetic group of mouth breathers place its sections.
We can't even compete in sectionals if we divide up the club, Sue. It's against the rules.
Really? You need to crack open a book, William. Here, I have Show Choir Rule Book, page 24, provision 14, second addendum. 12 members must perform for each team. However, not all members must perform every song.
Fine. Okay, just go ahead. Take all the football players in your Cheerios.
All right, everybody, listen up. When you hear your name called, cross over to my side of this black shiny thing.
That's called a piano, Sue.
Santana. Wheels. Gay kid. Come on, move it. Asian. Other Asian. Aretha. And Shaft. See, Will, I don't want to participate in a group that ignores the needs of minority students.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, I wouldn't kid about this, Will. And maybe that's your problem. Bigotry is no laughing matter.
And that's how Sue sees it.
Outstanding. I wanted to remind you to tell that Quinn girl not to vaccinate in the hospital. I'm pretty sure those shots made my kids stupid.
Oh. I guess I could use the vaccination money to buy the organic crib mattress. I mean, what are the chances of the baby getting polio, right?
Bye, Kendra.
I hate you, Will!
That was rude. Don't take the stress of your workday
I
out
don't
on
want to
me.
take it out on you, Terry. I just don't want to feel as powerless in my own home as I do at school. And I have to come home and listen to you making major decisions about our son with your sister. I haven't even felt the baby kick yet. And the only time I've ever been to an OBGYN office was when I took Quinn and Finn for the 10-week ultrasound.
You did? How's the baby?
Fine. It's a girl, but that's not the point.
Well, what is the point, Will?
My point is that I am the father of that baby. And I'm coming with you to your next doctor's appointment.
What did you have to do to get him to stop?
Let's just say I feel sorry for my dads because they're probably going to have to dip into my college fund to pay for intensive therapy.
Oh, hardcore.
I don't mind. I did it to protect you.
And Quinn.
Of course. We're all teammates.
Hey, I gotta tell you, you really are awesome. I'm gonna make it up to you someday, I swear.
I need another pair.
What's wrong with the ones I already gave you?
They still had the tag on them.
Put those away.
I want Rachel Berry panties. Okay, I expect delivery by tomorrow morning, or the story of Quinn Fabray in the store goes wide. I feel an urge to kiss you right now. I'm just gonna go for it.
Stop it. I'm kind of nervous.
I debated not even showing up.
Well, I think it's gonna be great. Did you catch Sue's corner last night?
Sometimes people ask me, Sue, how come you're so sensitive to minorities? I'll tell you why. Because I know firsthand how hard it is to struggle as a minority in America today. I'm 1/16th Comanche Indian. In fact, I like minorities so much, I'm thinking of moving to California to become one. Hey, kids. Brought some of my brass buddies with me. Thought maybe they could help us out a little bit. Okay, so I selected a song that I think will speak to the frustration you felt under the failed leadership of Will Schuster.
Hate on Me, an R&B song.
You like that? Yeah. Change her, I want to see some of that Bop and Lock Groove. You're so famous for you go to town. And you, Mercedes, I want to see some Mariah hands.
Do that? I think we got this one, Miss Sylvester.
All right, well, we'll see. Hit it!
If I could give you the world on a silver platter, would it even matter? You'd still be mad at me. If I could find in all this a dozen roses that I would give to you, you'd still be miserable. 'Cause in reality, I'm gonna be who I be, and I don't feel no remorse. So I'm you can try as you may, bring me down, but I say that it ain't up to you. Gonna do what you do.
Sue. Hey, Sylvester, I'm talking to you.
Oh, hey, buddy, I thought I smelled failure.
Why'd you take the piano when it was my time up with the kids?
Properly steamed, clean piano is key to any successful music group.
You're undermining me in front of these
Your
students.
delusions of persecution are a telltale sign of early-stage paranoid schizophrenia.
Sue, I am not done talking to you. What about all my sheet music? My kids need that music.
Well, the last thing your kids need is chronic sinusitis from the mildew I feared was infesting that old rolling paper.
So what, you sent it away for some testing?
Not burn it.
Oh, that is it, Sue. This ends right here.
Cockfight. Fantastic.
No. We are here for these students, so whatever problems we have with one another, we're going to get them out in the open right now.
You want to get real? You're right, Will. I have been trying to destroy your club with a conviction I can only call religious. And you want to know why? Because I don't trust a man with curly hair. I can't help picturing small birds laying sulfurous eggs in there, and I find it disgusting.
You are a terrible influence on these kids. I think you're dangerous, and I think you teach them all the wrong lessons.
I don't care what you think. I have a legacy to protect, William, and Glee Club is a part of that legacy, and I will win. And if it means I have to get you fired to do it, so be it. Those drinks are crap.
Thanks, honey. I want to finish grading these papers first.
But you think the kids weren't drunk when they wrote them? Hmm? Listen, honey. I've been a really crummy wife lately.
Terry, you're carrying my baby. I have no right to expect anything more than that from you.
No, that is my sister's marriage, and I don't want it. Anyway, listen.
Okay.
I think that I might be able to help you with your problems at school.
Thanks, Terry, but the last time you helped out at school, it didn't go over very well. Besides, this is serious. And Sue said she wouldn't rest until she saw me fired.
Well, the more reason you gotta do whatever it takes, honey. You gotta get down in the gutter if you want to win this.
Sue, a lot of our readers are cheerleading today.
I'm cutting you off. Is this a cover story?
Yes.
Okay. Here's all your readers need to know. I'm all about empowerment. I empower my Cheerios to live in a state of constant fear by creating an environment of irrational, random terror. Speaking of which, cue! Here, now! Where are my Cheerios?
Coach Sylvester, they're not academically eligible. Mr. Schuster flunked them.
This is a travesty of international proportions. You are jeopardizing my Cheerios' role as goodwill ambassadors. And I have a call into the president.
Sue, I have in my hand a Spanish quiz in which one of your cheerleaders misspelled her name and answered every question with a drawing of a sombrero.
You can't stand it. You can't stand to see a woman in a position of power.
That has nothing.
Your psychosexual derangement would be fascinating, Will, if it weren't so terrifying.
So, Will did a little research, and according to our test records, most of your cheerleaders are functionally illiterate.
Oh, so what?
And why only last Friday at the football game, they tried to spell out Go Team, and they spelled out 2 game.
2 game. Since 1992, 95% of your Cheerios should have flunked Spanish, and I, for one, am not going to be a part of it anymore.
Oh, Will, we all know about your devotion to that dying language.
Dying language.
Let me break this down for you, okay? I empower my Cheerios to be champions. Do they go on to college? I don't know. I don't care. Should they learn Spanish? Sure, if they want to become dishwashers and gardeners, but if they want to be bankers and lawyers and captains of industry, the most important lesson they could possibly learn is how to do a round-off.
She is deranged. You know, this all happened on your watch. You have allowed this to go on for years.
Say something!
Please, okay. So, Will is correct. You're wrong.
Thanks.
From now on, no free passes. That's it. There.
See you, Glee Club, Sue.
Don't touch me. That is a lawsuit, mister. I will sue your ass. What happened to our little agreement, huh? Will I be uploading a certain video to YouTube this afternoon?
Anti-embolism stockings can be purchased.
Oh, Sue. I put it on YouTube myself, and it only got 2 hits. Let me break it down for you. Nobody cares.
What is this?
Check it out. I came up with a name that I think would be good for the kid.
I did your own test, Finn. What's up now, Ronnie?
Anyway, then I read the Gwyneth Paltrow named her kid Apple. And I think that's so cool, because you know how much I love apples, right? And so I figured we should name our kid something more original and poetic. Then we came up with the best baby name of all time. Drizzle.
Drizzle.
Yeah, because you know how awesome it is when it's just drizzling outside, but it's not really raining, so it smells like rain, but you don't need an umbrella to go outside.
You're a moron.
What?
We're not naming our baby Drizzle. We're not naming your baby anything. Finish your test, Finn. Give me my test, Finn. I just don't understand anything. That's not my problem.
You are so insensitive, bringing up baby names to me when you know I don't want to keep it. I can't keep it.
I know, but I don't get what you expect me to do about
I
it.
don't have an opinion.
Hey, this is happening to me too.
No, it's not.
You're not the one whose parents will burn her like a witch if they find out.
You know, sometimes I wish you were a little more like Rachel.
Really?
Yeah, she cares about my feelings. She sticks up for me. She sticks up for both of us. You know that she gave that Jacob kid a pair of her underpants just to keep him from posting on his blog about you being pregnant?
I think she did that for me. Just to be a good teammate.
Yeah, that's what she told me.
I know some guys cheat on their wives or pregnant girlfriends. Just don't do it with her.
I hope we don't get in trouble for a covert jam session.
If Sue catches us mingling, we're cooked. She told me if I even talked to one of Mr. Shu's kids, she would shave my head. And I just can't rock that look. And even Justin Timberlake is growing his fro back.
Well, we gotta go, you guys. Miss Sylvester is expecting us in 10 minutes in the dance studio.
Hi, white people. Hey, what are you guys doing here?
Just stopping by to say hello.
Oh, it's great to see you guys. All right, great news, guys. Brought the band with me, and I think that we have our number for sectionals.
Mr. Shu? You don't like what this has become.
Don't you guys see? That is how Sue wants you to feel. Giving up doesn't help anyone but her. Look, if it were up to me, we would all perform together at sectionals, but it's not up to me anymore, okay? Sue's gonna do her song, and we are gonna do ours. Sue's kids are singing about hate. Literally. So, I thought we would try a kinder approach. Alright, Finn and Rachel, come up here. You're gonna take the leads.
I love this song. Okay, follow my lead.
Don't wait for me.
So much for togetherness.
Guys, you guys really need to practice this, alright? Night and day. Between classes, it has to be letter perfect. Okay?
You got it, Mr. S.
Hit it.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. I should die before I wake. It's 'cause you took my breath away. Losing you was like living in a world with no air. Ooh, I'm here alone and lonely. My heart will move is incomplete. Wish there was a way that I can make you understand. Do you expect me to live just me? 'Cause my world revolves around you. It's so hard for me to breathe.
Amazing, guys. Bullseye.
Excuse me. What about us? You expect us to just sway back here like props?
Say it for me again, word for word.
What about us? You expect us to just sway back here like props?
Perfect. Then turn to the other two and say,
I think Sue is right about him. He clearly doesn't like minorities.
can you imagine in this day and age being discriminated against? My goodness, the pain you must be feeling. So your last name's Puckerman, huh?
Shalom.
Oh, no. And poor, sweet Brittany. Oh, I know the Dutch are famous for being a cold people, but that's no excuse for treating you like some half-price hooker in Amsterdam's famous red light district. Well, all I can say is if you're serious about leaving Schuster, Sue Sylvester's rainbow tent will gladly protect you from his storm of racism.
Hey, baby, home? Hey, what's for dinner?
Oh, why don't you get something from takeout?
Hey, listen. I don't expect you to start cooking, but on nights when you're home first, I think it's appropriate for you to take care of dinner.
Oh, you're so forceful. What's gotten into you?
You were right. I stood up to Sue, and now she is begging me for mercy. Oh, I feel great. And I have you to thank for it.
I have my moments, huh?
You're gonna have another one this Friday at 4. I made an appointment for us with Dr. Wu.
My obstetrician.
Yep. I'm finally gonna get a look at my little boy. Hey, pick whatever you want for dinner. Just not Chinese again. You think you are?
Well, now you know how it felt for me to have my Cheerios snatched away.
I can't do a song with 3 kids.
Not with that attitude. Look, I'm prepared to cut you a deal. You passed my Cheerios, and I'll give you back your team of losers and snot faucets.
Sue Sylvester, you're gonna have to pry those F's from my cold, dead hands.
Can't wait, pal.
My job is very stressful. After dentists, obstetricians have the highest rate of suicide among medical professionals. Caring for my bonsai relaxes me.
I had a huge crush on the Karate Kid when I was a teenager. Can we cut the crap?
I guess I'm a little curious as to what you ladies want from me. Neither of you are pregnant.
Well, Boo, you delivered all 3 of my kids. Each one is dumber than the last. Plus, they all have ADD. And although my husband nor I have red hair, they are all creepy ginger kids.
It's caused by a recessive gene.
That's one theory. Do you want to hear mine? You gave me too much Pitocin when I was in labor, and it screwed up their DNA.
That's not a theory. You just made that up. Mrs. Schuster, is your sister on some kind of new psychotropic medication?
Not that I know of.
That's offensive.
Are you alright?
Here's the deal, Woo. My husband does the taxes for some very powerful mid-sized law firms in this town, and I'm sure somebody would be more than happy to take on my lawsuit.
You'll never win.
I don't have to win. There's only 2 obese in this town. You get even the slightest stink on you, and you can bet that a bunch of your patients will just close on up their legs and walk on over to Dr. Chin.
Okay, this is outrageous. What do you want?
Listen here, Treasure Trail. We're about to have a smackdown. I don't want to have a confrontation. Don't play stupid with me, Stubbles. I'm having Ben's baby, and you need to back off. I am asking you as nicely as I possibly can. Leave him alone. All right. I've helped you not because it's the right thing to do, but because I had romantic ulterior motives. But just so we're clear, you're the one who's cheating. Excuse me? I have on good authority that you're Sue Sylvester's molten. You can deny it all you want, but I know it's true.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sue's not on your side, Punch. She's not on anyone's side but her own. Can you imagine what she's going to do when she finds out about your situation? She'll probably try to rip off your uniform with her bare hands. Right? Every time you whisper in her ear, you empower her to do more damage to the Glee Club. And right now, Glee Club is all you have. And if I were you, I'd recognize who my true friends are. And I'd practice a little bit more, because you obviously have a lot you need to express.
Oh, you have no idea.
Alright, everybody, take 5. We would just like to say that although we find ourselves on opposite sides, we hope you enjoy our number and we look forward to seeing yours as
Get on with it! Enough of the jibber jabber. Sing something.
Sue, you can't talk to kids that way.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
All right, that's it. Come on. You had our chance. Everybody up. We're leaving.
I'm sorry, is there a fire?
No, and that's the point. There is no fire. You know, it's sad enough that my Sue's kids are living in squalor and probably on food stamps.
Well, there's a dentist.
But for you to drag them in here and bore them to death, I won't stand for it. Come on, kids. Out. We're going for Coney's. My treat.
All right, that's it. Really, you know what, Sue? You've been pretty honest about your feelings for me, so let me return the favor. You're rude, Sue. You have no class, and you are a terrible teacher.
I'll have you know I have my PhD.
You got it online, Sue.
You are a failed performer, Will. You weren't good enough to make it in the real world. You're not even good enough to run this stupid little club that nobody cares about. Time after time, Will, you fail.
You spend every waking moment of your life figuring out ways to terrify children to try to make you feel better about yourself. And the fact that you're probably going to spend the rest of your life alone.
How dare you talk to me like that?
Don't you even don't. Enough!
I'm sorry, Mr. Shue, Miss Sylvester, but if we wanted to hear Mom and Dad fight, those of us who still have two parents would just stay home on payday.
I agree. Glee Club is supposed to be fun. And furthermore, I don't like this minority business. I may be a strong, proud black woman, but I'm a lot more than that. I'm out.
Me too. Fellow Glee Clubbers, it would be an honor to show you how a real storm out is done. I encourage you to follow my lead.
Is that necessary? It's something I haven't seen before. I mean, I am the one who knocked her up.
It's just standard operating procedure. You okay, Mr. Schuster? You seem upset.
Just a little stressed. Bad day at work.
You're about to see your child for the first time. Can you forget about those dancing delinquents for 1 minute?
You're right. I'm sorry. Oh, my parents are gonna kill me if I don't come home with a DVD.
Got it right here.
All right.
Joe? Oh, that must be cold.
Really?
Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
it's a little cold.
That's him.
Oh, hold on a sec.
What? Is something wrong with him?
Well, not exactly. This is really embarrassing, but it appears as if your boy is a girl.
Oh my God! Did something happen to his?
No, he never had one. He's a she. Must have misread the first sonogram. Sorry about that.
Honey, I didn't know that having a boy was so important to you.
It isn't. I don't care what she is.
She's all ours. I'm just so happy.
No matter what happens, I want you to remember at this moment that we love each other. Okay?
Hey, Sue.
William, close the door.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the auditorium.
Good. I wanted to come to you too, but I have no idea where your office is. Why don't you have a seat?
Sure.
So I decided to step down as co-head of Glee.
Really?
Yeah, it's not for me. It's too fruity. Can't stand the sight of kids getting emotional unless it's from physical exhaustion.
Yeah, did get pretty bad in there.
Yeah. I still like to stay on as consigliere. Maybe you could show me your set lists before competitions, just so I feel like I'm contributing.
Cool.
I was a VJ for a couple of years. Not MTV, but still.
Why do I feel like I'm about to fall through a trapdoor into a pit of fire?
Because you don't trust me. I know my methods are extreme. I know I'm not like the rest of you hippies, caring about the kids' feelings as if they're real. But I do care about teaching. And when I coach them and they win, I win. And you know how I feel about winning.
I do. Look, who's to say everything I do is 100% on the ball?
No one would say that.
Probably right. But, in hindsight, you were right to shine the spotlight on the fact that those kids are minorities. Because you're all minorities. You're in the Glee Club. Now, there are only 12 of you. And all you have is each other. So it doesn't matter that Rachel is Jewish, or that Finn is
unable to tell my rights from my lefts.
Sure. Or that Santana is Latina. Or that Quinn is
pregnant. Sorry, Q. It'll be all over the blogosphere by this afternoon. Now everybody knows. Including me.
How could you do that? Do you have any idea how much pain you caused by writing that story?
Sue made me do it. This was a particularly interesting find from today's round of locker checks. Are these your droopy white granny panties, Jacob? Are you an Eve who was born a Steve? Because if you are, I think there's a special school that would better address your needs. And I think that school is in Thailand.
Rachel gave them to me so I wouldn't run the Quinn story.
What Quinn story?
Quinn Fabre's pregnant.
Not a chance. My head cheerleader was pregnant, jeopardizing the very future of my Cheerios and thus my teaching tenure. I think she would have come to me. Quinn Fabry respects me and would never lie to me. Never.
I have 3 sources confirming. Please don't expel me. I'll kill the story.
No. Run it.
I'm sorry, Rachel. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
You're not alone. Together we stand. I'll be by your side. You know I'll take your hand. When it gets cold and it feels like the end, there's no place to go. You know I won't give in. No, I won't give in. Cause you know we'll make it through, we'll make it through. Cause you know I'm here for you, I'm here for you. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. Cause you know we'll make it through, we'll make it through. Hear me when I say, nothing's gonna change, nothing's gonna change destiny. What I was meant to be will perfectly. Cause you know we'll make it through, make it through. Cause you know we'll make it through, we'll make it through.